Hello, everybody. It's makes 7 million worldwide. New Mutants is delayed, and my boy Ben Wheatley might be working on a secret project. We got all that and more, and it's horror movie news, and it starts now.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Don't you blame me.
I thought you were
I was
going to
like,
keep
no, I'm gonna
going.
mess this up.
I'm like, no?
I was
Okay.
expecting an epic lip sync, but
I wish.
I
yeah.
know, me too. I was like,
All right, I'll do it next week. I'll
Okay.
make it a point. I'm gonna lip sync the crap out of
and
that.
then you're
Okay.
gonna death drop, right? Like right,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
I look
Hello,
forward.
everybody. Welcome to another episode of Horror Movie News. I believe this is episode 13, lucky number 13.
Yay.
I'm your host, Anthony Becerra. You can find me everywhere at TonyBDed, TonyBDed. And to my left, I have...
what's up? My name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's Karidlane.
Yes, guys, I'm Oliver Drennan. Follow me on all social media platforms at OllieDreamer, and I'm sorry if my breath stinks. I've been eating hummus.
No,
Which
you
is
smell
really
like
good.
the tea.
Okay, good. Awesome.
So
That hummus is really nice.
so good.
Mediterranean hummus.
You need to try
Trader
it, Carrie.
Joe's.
Oh, so good.
I was like, what's all this stuff on the table? I
Alright,
think you
let's-
have the sinking chair.
Oh.
Wait, no?
Is it,
Okay.
Are you going into the sunken place?
He's like, girl.
Sorry.
All right, everybody. Real quick, let me just touch base on a couple of things. So yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel under youtube.com/Popcorn Talk Network, as well as follow us on Twitter at Horror News PTN, and you can find us at the Popcorn Talk website at popcorntalknetwork.com. And as well as check us out on iTunes and Apple Podcasts and leave a review, and we'd love to hear everything you got to say for us.
And we have over 100 followers now on Twitter.
Oh my lord!
Yay.
Yes, that's awesome.
I
Great.
forget what we are exactly over, but I know it's one of those you have to get like at least a good handful over a number because people come and go sometimes, I've noticed.
Right.
But I'm like, no, we've stayed at 100. So thank you to everybody who's
Good.
followed
Thank you,
us.
guys.
Thank
That's
you,
awesome.
Tell your
everybody.
friends.
Tell your
Too.
friends. Tell your wives. Tell your children.
Retweet. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
my god.
Was that Mortal Kombat?
Oh my god.
That sounds like more. Okay, anyways. All right, well, let's get into it. So The Abyss. Previously slated on our last show, we were going to talk about Insidious. And I had yet to see Insidious 3, and 4 had just recently came out. So for my first movie, I actually watched Insidious Chapter 3 this past week, actually. And it was, I gotta say, I liked it. I really liked it. I really liked it. I saw it like 10 in the morning just in my room, and I put on my headset on and everything. I'm just like in my bed. Like I wasn't in my bed. I was like, no, I gotta like sit and watch it like actively. And I really enjoyed it. It oddly enough, it really scared me a lot. Like,
Oh, good.
yeah, it actually
it's good
scared
to
me
hear.
a lot. Like it wasn't just tense. It was like no, I was like verbally like just moaning and like no.
And it's not just like, I haven't seen it yet, but it's not just jump noises
no, they're
of
jump
like
noises.
quiet.
No, yeah, it's like
Because that's cheap scares.
no,
kinda.
but it
Okay.
worked on me.
Okay,
It
no.
scared me. I was like,
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I really liked the film. I saw it early in the morning. Yeah, I was yeah, I said it scared me a lot. And then so the characters were decent except for the father and son. They were a little cardboard cutout and bland. The story was pretty straightforward, but Dr. Ellis for sure steals the show. Which is played by do you know Shay?
Lin Shay?
Lin Shay, thank you so much. Who's been like working in the industry for like 42
Yeah,
years
have you
now.
seen her like just list of
Yeah,
credentials?
I checked her IMDb. She was actually the teacher in the Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wow.
Yeah, she was in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, and she's been
Nice.
like a horror actress ever since. And I'm
Cool.
like, I really want to check out her earlier stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, she steals the show. She's so good in this. Also, the actress who plays Quinn was fairly decent, and I
Yeah.
liked her character too. It's like she's an aspiring actress, and she also lost a mother, and she wants to like the whole inciting incident is like she wants to contact her mother, and she's tried to do it on her own, and Elise is like, you shouldn't be doing that, you know, because I like the one line was when you call out to the dead, when you try to call out to one person who's dead, everyone can hear it. And I was just like, ooh, kind of thing.
Yeah, Insidious.
It's a new movie.
Insidious 3, that's the prequel. That it's basically the first one, right? It's in
Yeah, the-
chronological order. That's the first film.
Yeah, I call it the Insidious verse. So 3 starts off with Dr. Elise That's the starting point of the whole Insidious verse, and then it goes into 4, and then you go round like full circle back to 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's like 3, 4, 1, 2. It's
Exactly.
It's so funny.
Some Star Wars stuff right here. But yeah, the main character is really creepy. Oh wait, the main character is really creepy. No origins.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, the monster. I mean, not the demon, the breathing man. Again, there's no origin to him. He's just it looks like an old guy who had breathing problems and was bitter at the world, I guess. I mean, I try to like create some sort of
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was fun. And the next movie I saw, I know I gotta say it's probably my favorite Insidious movie, surprisingly. The third one, which is usually not how it goes down. You know?
If it is the prequel, it could be more interesting.
I mean, I like it because of how scared it got me.
Sure.
And then.
Well, that's like Conjuring. I like the second one better than the first one.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen those two. Yeah.
Thought there were more scares on the second for me.
I can't remember them that well. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Second one, they're in England. The first one, it's just the house.
No, yeah, I remember seeing.
Oh.
Wait, is that the second one with the crooked man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
I was like,
god,
that one was so good.
so good.
And now I want to see the Crooked
I was
Man
about to say
film.
Yeah.
they are developing that, I believe, and
Yeah.
also
Yeah, we
the
talked
Nun
about it.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Cool. And then Ollie and I can both riff off of this. We Insidious: The Last Key. I
yeah.
actually saw yesterday. I woke up at 10 in the morning, so I can go watch it at 11 in the morning.
You saw it. Oh, it's so funny because you saw it in the morning. I saw it at night.
Yeah.
By myself.
Dude, I might as well have been by myself in the theater. Like,
Really? There was no
there's like
other-
a handful. of
No,
people
my
there.
theater was packed with a bunch
Oh.
of like dates.
Dang.
Like you can tell everyone was
What-
like on
What
a
day did you
date.
see it? Did you see it yesterday too?
Last night
That's-
AMC, at an AMC.
So on
back
Monday.
home.
Oh wait, it was MLK Day yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So everyone, yeah.
Holiday.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out.
that's fine.
Woo.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah.
So that makes
right
sense.
on. But yeah, so we both saw Insidious: The Last Key. Unfortunately, Carrie, you tried
Dude,
to.
I went this morning and I hadn't been able to go the other days, and I'm like, it's fine. I'm gonna go right before the show. It'd be great. And one theater by me, their timing was too late that I wouldn't be able to watch it and get here in time. So the other theater was like, perfect. I get there, I drive there, and they have a sign posted, and they're like, dude, technical difficulties. We're
Yeah.
not showing any Insidious
I
screenings.
was like,
and I was
dang.
like, come on.
I thought it was gonna be like when I first saw the tweet, I thought it was gonna be something like Star Wars, like
Oh.
like the whole like this was a creative choice. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Wait, what? No.
No, and so I didn't get to see it. So then I just went home and worked on
That's
stuff.
all right, because we got you back. we
Yes,
got
you
your
guys
back.
talk about it.
So,
You can totally
Are we
spoil
gonna-
it.
oh,
I don't
okay.
mind.
yeah,
I
she
don't
said it's
care.
okay. So overall thoughts. Go ahead. Yeah.
I liked it.
Right? Yeah.
It didn't wow me like it's a movie that was very entertaining. I enjoyed it. Of course, I don't have to ever really see it again. Like I'm not dying to, but I recommend it. Like definitely.
Yeah.
But I recommend.
Same.
Dying to.
Okay.
That was totally unintentional too. But thank you for picking up my my puns.
Subconscious
Subconscious
pun.
yeah.
I thought Lin Shaye was
There it
amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just rocks it. man.
And it was cool because like the other females in the cast were also scream queens in their own right.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Caitlin Gerard was in Smiley. I don't know if you guys ever watched that horror
Oh,
film.
I've heard
Okay,
of it.
yeah.
I haven't seen it
I don't
yet.
think I've seen it.
I've seen the
but-
trailer for that, and
Looks
also
creepy.
Spencer Locke, who I was looking at. I'm like, I've seen her before. She's in the Resident Evil films.
Which one is she in?
She's in Extinction for a
Okay.
good portion of the film,
Okay.
and then she's also in the fourth one.
Cool.
But she's not really.
I'm just like Resident Evil, just like so just.
Yeah, I watched all of
together.
them, so I'm
It's
like,
just a
yeah, wait,
mush.
which one?
Yeah.
Which are like my personal like guilty pleasures because Mila
they're so
Jovovich.
good.
Oh, and plus the games, but
Yeah.
Just a quick side tangent. Have you guys seen the CGI Resident Evil? There's 3 of them.
Oh yeah, Vendetta.
Vendetta.
Oh,
there's-
Damnation.
Yeah, Damnation.
think I
And
did,
then
yeah.
what's the first one? If you can help me out, Steve, because
I
you've
don't know,
seen them
but
as well.
there's Claire and Leon.
Clear Leon at the
Claire-
airport is the first one,
and
and then it's Damnation, which is in
Kristen-
Russia, I believe.
Chris and Leon,
Leon,
and
yeah.
Ada, and oh
And
my
then
god,
it-
we're on total site, but I don't care. I can talk about Resident Evil forever.
And then, but I saw me and Steve saw Vendetta.
Degeneration, is that right?
Degeneration.
Oh, Jeff, hey.
It's a new voice. I changed my voice.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Dun,
my
dun,
gosh.
dun.
Are you a Resident Evil fan?
You know, that's the one where they die, right?
Yeah.
So clearly
Sure.
I'm not a big Resident Evil fan.
Right, yeah.
You know.
It's like
Yeah.
a lot of people die in all of them, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. So going back to The Last Key, I enjoyed it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll ever need to see this movie again. Again, Lin Shaye, playing Lisa Rayner, she steals the show. I love that. I like how they give her like an origin and the background. Like
Yeah.
she's just has been born with these gifts, you know.
Yeah,
And
and I
her
like-
father was like,
Yeah, I like no matter what, she was so resilient into just never like saying like her father was like, "Did you see a ghost?" And she was like, "Yes, I did." She never said no that she
Right.
did. She never refused or suppressed her gift, and I thought that was such strength, and made me want to see like her get her own series. You know, unfortunately her character is now deceased. Well, kind of. She's in
Yeah.
the spirit world,
right.
but definitely, yeah, I was like, this is very bittersweet to watch because it's like kind of like a last swan song almost. Hopefully, I don't know. It was kind of
Yeah.
I took from it.
And also, I really enjoyed how they showed a different side. Well, actually, no. I guess they have shown it before. How like the demon is able to influence a human's mind to cause them to do horrific things. You know, you saw it with Elisa's father, and you also saw it with I can't remember his name. It was a man who gives her the call,
Yeah.
who calls Elise, and starts off the whole movie.
The inciting incident.
Exactly. Yeah. How'd you feel about the monster, the key man?
Oh, the key man was so creepy.
Right?
I did not. The fingers.
Yeah,
it was
the
very
key-
spider-like.
Well, like here's the thing, like what? Like why? What? Like do all demons have themes? Like
Why
like,
not?
Exactly, but also I was just sort of thinking about it. Like a demon that has like a thing for keys. Like okay, I was like
People have weird
'Cause
isms, so maybe they take it with them to the other side.
how I took it was like, all right, they live by a prison where a lot of people get electrocuted. So I feel like maybe this was some sort of inmate who died, got the electrocution chair. His spirit was so bitter and angry at all the people who hurt him in the real world that he decided to in the further, which is like the other plane, kind of like the upside down, if like Stranger Things. He decides to be like the warden of his own prison, and he actually locks up the souls of living people, and he manipulates the human minds of the people in that house to retrieve his spirits. And like you can tell, and you've seen that it goes on like way past when Elise leaves her house. Her father goes on this like
yeah, rampage.
murders.
Could
Yeah,
he be an evil warden?
yeah. I mean that's
Like
what
the
I was
way you
saying,
said
like,
that, I'm like, oh,
it's like
maybe
some
he's a
sort
warden,
of-
not just
yeah.
a prisoner.
Yeah, like
Or a
a
guard.
prisoner that just wanted his own prison and just like want to lock. Yeah, you know, it would be cool to show like
Maybe
start
that's
the
the
movie.
next movie.
Maybe I don't know. Also, I was a little disappointed that they didn't like hand off the baton to Imogen, who had the same abilities as Elise.
Yeah.
Like you could keep this franchise going by having her be the next sidekick and have her meet up with the Spectre Bros, which is Specs and Walter or. I forgot it. I forgot what it was. Tucker. My bad. Specs
Yeah.
and Tucker. Like that trio of Elise, Specs, and Tucker is like so cool. Which, by the way, Specs, the actor who plays Specs, he's the writer of most of these films, and he's only directed the third one, which is the one I like the most. And he was
I did not know that.
he was also I think he wrote Saw, or he was in Saw. He was like the other. He's the guy who doesn't like saw off his foot.
Oh,
He's the guy who
okay.
gets left behind. That's him. That's the same actor and everything.
Wow.
I thought it was pretty cool, pretty neat. I noticed that you wrote down comedic relief,
Yeah.
which I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, it
The
definitely
whole-
relieved the tension.
Yeah. Tucker had that ongoing thing where they introduced a trio to someone. Tucker would go point to Elise. He go, she's the sidekick, and then point to himself and Specs. We're the sidekick. And everyone was just like, huh?
What? No one understood it.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That's actually kind of funny.
And then
They-
the whole like they
yeah.
get a Winnebago, and he's like, the Winnebago ghost. I was like,
But wait, this took place in 2010. Was
Right.
Bay even a word?
Was what?
Was Bay even a thing
Bay?
in 2010?
I don't think so.
No, I feel that.
Come
it was
on,
more
writers.
like 2014
Come on, writers.
at least.
I do think what you bring up Imogen. I liked how she had like the gift as well, but I felt she was a little underdeveloped. She kind of just came in and like, oh, I have gifts, like let me help.
Oh, totally.
And
yeah.
so I think I wanted to establish her character more
Yeah.
before going forward, I guess. So that was something that I kind of didn't really care for. But I did like that Imogen had a gift, but I wish they would have spent more time with her because I don't know who she is,
Yeah.
you know? So I wish we got to explore more of her. Maybe had like just even like an extra scene because she was the daughter of, so she's basically the
Niece of Elise. Yeah, because
Yeah.
she's the daughter of her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it was really cool to see where Elise came from and also to expand on her character. And she's very wounded physically and
Right.
emotionally hero.
Right.
And that's why I think I like her so much, and audiences loved her so much as well. But I also thought that some of the twists in the film were really unexpected. So I was like, it wasn't predictable to me, the film. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, and there wasn't too much character development for Elise, and I felt that Insidious 3 had the most character development for her because that's when like she finally how would you say, her resolution is fortified like solidly in the third one when she talks to that man in that restaurant. You know, that's her like psychic buddy, and I like that aspect of 3. And Insidious, The Last Key, you kind of don't get too much of that, although you do see her past and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I just appreciated more her development in 3 more than 4. But either way, any last thoughts before?
I think there was a lot about family too in that film, and how it was resolved at the end. You know, she had like a kind of
Closure
with her brother because
Yeah.
she ran away from home. You learn
and left her brother with a really
yeah.
bad dad. Yeah.
So he suffered a lot, but he's still alive, and he had his daughters.
And he turned out to be a really good dad too, apparently.
Yeah.
According to his daughters.
And I also liked one line in the film that really stood out to me. What Elise said was, "The house I grew up in," and I said I called it a house because it wasn't a home.
Right. Yeah.
And I think home is not so much about like a physical place. It's about like, you know, your family and the people who you love and care about. So I really like that line.
Yeah, that's cute.
Well, speaking of homes,
Ah,
so for my crypt, actually, I would like to introduce you all to Sweet Home. It's a 1989 film directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, and this is actually a film that inspired the original Resident Evil game.
nice.
Yeah.
And you can see a lot of like a little, flair from where the Resident Evil games got, the little cinematic moments of it all. Mm-hmm. And it's about a TV production crew that are making a documentary about an infamous painter, Mamiya Ichiro. When they start filming at his old home, they come under attack from the ghost of the partner's wife.
Painter's wife.
Painter's wife. Thank you. Sorry.
I'm a partner. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of resemblances to Resident Evil and also this film.
Cool.
And it's a great movie. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. And it's kind of remarked as like a classic too.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see why. It was very fun. I mean, granted, some of the graphics are outdated. It's 1989, but I totally looked past that. I did not mind. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Very cool.
Nice.
On to the next.
Oh, well, I didn't watch anything recently this weekend other than Insidious. Oh, wait. I saw The Shape of Water.
Oh,
but-
hey.
Now you've seen it. Yay.
I saw The Shape of Water and I really liked it. And it was really sad for it to end because I enjoyed the world so much. And
Oh my god.
I was like, no, I don't want it to end. Let there be like some kind of like comic or something come after this film. And I love the ending of how she finally got her like 'cause
her
those were-
scars.
Her scars turned into
Yes.
gills.
Isn't
That was-
that
Well, do you
amazing?
think they were scars to begin with?
Oh.
Because she was a
Look at
baby
you.
found in the water.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's been out for a while, so
Yeah,
So she's a
spoiler.
baby found in the water.
Oh my gosh.
So she could have had gills already,
There you go.
or she was in danger of dying, and something like that creature gave her that to save her.
And
Because he
Dang.
could heal, so I think
Right.
she's been like that forever.
Wow.
Because it's on both sides.
Right, it is.
And
It's-
she's
it-
deaf.
And
so-
she's dead. Yeah.
And
no,
then
no,
that
she's
could have
mute.
cut the
Oh,
cords.
Sorry.
my bad.
Yeah.
And that could
No,
have cut the
thanks.
cords as a baby.
Yeah.
So
insane.
at first I thought it was just scars on the one side. No, both sides.
Both
She's had
sides,
gills her
yeah.
whole life. They probably, or she's the same kind of species, but in not living in water, she developed
Adapted,
differently
yeah.
than if
Okay.
she had lived in the water.
Right. Oh, what a great point.
That's
there.
awesome. I love that theory, actually.
Right on.
It didn't even occur to me that would.
How'd you, a lot of people that I've talked to,
Are you talking about the sex scene?
yeah, I was
It
okay with
wasn't
it. I
explicit
did
at
not mind
all.
it.
What's so weird about it?
Well, the thing was like, what they found weird was like the people she told in the film, after
Oh.
why didn't they like what you just had sex with this creature
But the
being
lady
thing?
does that. Octavia Spencer's like, you did what? Well, then how? Okay.
Yeah.
And then she does kind of go, ooh, that's weird. But
Yeah, 'cause-
once she gets the question answered of how, she's like, all right.
It's like
she gives a look. Yeah.
I love that.
So it's not that weird. And then even the
I didn't
other-
think it was weird.
her-
I thought it was
like,
beautiful.
Friend roommate well, other people might be like, well, he even is like, okay, like they give a reaction to be like, that's strange, but sure, if it works for you. So it's not like they just sat there like, oh, that's totally normal.
Right.
You know, so I don't know why people are saying
But then
that's that
her
weird.
her roommate also
I thought,
got her roommate getting discriminated against for his like
Yeah.
sexuality. That was kind of sad. I was like, okay, the fish man, like having sex with the fish man is okay, but then like
well,
but it's-
race too.
that's
At the
true.
ice cream parlor, they get kicked out.
Yeah.
Right on.
No,
That
I
guy
thought
was a
the
jerk.
oh,
I hated him. I
total
wanted him to.
douchebag.
I did not want the cat to die. I wanted
Oh, that sucked,
him to
yeah.
die. That
Yeah.
was such a sad death.
That's kind of.
I just thought the thing where they filled the room with water, I'm like,
That was
no, that
cool.
would have broken the floor.
But yeah, I guess
But
that'll-
whatever.
that's kind of, if you guys haven't seen Shape of Water, now's your time to see it.
It's
For
good,
sure.
for sure.
And didn't you write Guy Ray Zero?
Oh, well, I did. Have you guys ever watched this anime?
I
Gabby?
actually have.
No,
actually.
you're
You did?
Yeah, I've seen
That's
it.
your
Okay.
that's your
That's pretty cool.
recommendation. Your crypt. Go for it.
I was gonna save it
Do
because
it.
literally I haven't seen much. But this
okay,
I haven't
do
seen
it.
this in years, and I remember I went to Anime Expo and I saw just like a clip of it, and I was like, I need to go home and watch this, and I did. But the synopsis is an elite squadron trained to combat supernatural forces is called in to investigate reports of invisible monsters terrorizing Tokyo. But their mission is complicated by the interference of a rogue exorcist when the mysterious female slaughters the overmatched attack force. Her former comrades are ordered to lock down the crime scene and forever silence their old friend. But it's a prequel to the manga Garai. And it contains a thrilling supernatural world tied in with a very like touching sisterly bond story arc between Kagura and Yomi, and I think you guys should definitely check it. Well, you've watched
seen
it,
it,
but I definitely recommend it. And I really just thinking about this anime series is one of the ones that really like got me into anime in the first place, and it's really nostalgic to me personally. So I really want to go back and rewatch it. But yeah,
Nice.
check it out.
I'll have
It's
to
on
check it out.
Crunchyroll.
I don't know that one yet.
All right, Carrie.
Yes, so mine is I Sell the Dead, which came out in 2008. It's a comedy horror, so it's a very brief synopsis is a grave robber reflects on his life of crime. I'm like, wow, that's really abbreviated. Directed by Glenn McQuaid, and the cast is, oh wait, I want to see that better. It has Ron Perlman in it, as well as Dominic Monaghan.
Lord of the Rings.
Yep. And I think I think that's one of the other main characters, Larry Fessenden. So pretty much it's really kind of quirky period piece. And so way back, if you guys all don't know, but way back when, like late 1800s or whatever, and this is like for reals, when they were trying to study bodies, medical colleges like ran out of bodies, so people would dig up fresh graves and sell that body to the medical school and be like, yeah, here you go. And it was totally like hush hush under the radar. Or tied into, I finished a little bit ago, still totally recommend Devil in the White City is a book. That one, he would murder people, strip their body of skin and everything, and sell the skeletons to schools.
Gross.
Because then nobody knows where it came from. But anyway, so this movie talks about that, these two people who are essentially grave robbers, but they're in, at least one of them's in prison, and just reflects upon it, and it's quirky, it's funny, and it's just kind of an oddball period piece that it's very fun and just fun because it's so weird. So then the other thing I was thinking about what I've been watching is I've been watching, I think I mentioned it before, but I'm almost done with Vampire Knight season 1. This is a older kind of shoujo-y, very girly show about vampires. Do you know Vampire Knight?
No,
It's one of those, it was like very famous like a while ago, and I'm like, it's on Netflix. Stick with it, because even I'm a huge fan of this kind of a genre of just like, shoujo, it's about relationships, like friends, romantic, everything. But it's also very like pretty, like there's roses or like eyes will sparkle. Like
Double
that's
gross.
that style. But it's about vampires too.
Yeah, that's what like I never checked it out because of that style. I was like, nope,
but
I'm good.
Stick with it. It gets more interesting. I have like 2 episodes to go to finish the season.
Ooh, nice.
By episode like 6 or 7, that's when deeper plot really gets revealed. I'm like, oh good, I wanted this sooner. So that's what kind of my only complaint, because like the first chunk of episodes, you're like, okay, like it's interesting, the characters are fine, but you're not really getting to the complexities of this world, because it's like a day school and then there's a night school where the vampires go, and the girl she helps facilitate the existence of the two together. And of course, a vampire likes her, and then there's this other guy she likes, and it's all complicated. And Tony's like, yeah, whatever. But check it out on Netflix. It is a good show, but I would say stick with it because it gets more interesting as it goes on. But I like it. I'll let you know once I've finished the last 2 episodes.
Right on. Let me know how that ends. All right, so yeah, let's move on to some news fun.
News.
All right, so yeah, real quick, I think the biggest news story, one of the biggest, is so Halloween finally begins production.
Yay!
Finally, yep.
Awesome.
It began on January 13th. And with the production, along with that, there was some new casting news, which,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It really excited me over the weekend.
So, so the first off, and like one of the most kind of important, because like we've had her in studio,
Yeah.
Virginia Gardner,
Woo!
who plays Carolina in Marvel's Runaways,
Yes.
who's been here before,
Yeah.
and I shook her hand and
Yeah.
introduced myself.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's so cool. She got casted in the film, along with Miles Robbins, and he's from My Friend Dahmer, Dylan Arnold from Mudbound, and Drew Scheid from Stranger Things. And Drew Scheid has a very minor role in Stranger Things, so it's like it's good to see him in another movie. They're gonna be playing the friend group to Andy Matichak, who is Allison Strode, who is daughter to Judy Greer's character. So she's the granddaughter of Jamie Lee Curtis's character.
So they're all gonna die? No.
That's what I'm thinking. You're right. Like they're
Honestly.
cannon fodder. like
Carolina, use your light powers.
right or run away.
No, fly.
God.
She can fly away.
She can fly. Yeah.
That's why she
blind
got
him with the
casted.
lights. Yeah.
Because she can run away. No, but Virginia, I'm super happy for her.
I know.
She's so nice when she came in. And
Yeah, she was so
I'm
cool.
just so excited for her career and what's ahead of her. So
Yeah. Also check out that interview on our sister network AfterBuzz TV on the Runaways After Show. I believe episode 4, maybe
Set 5.
5.
No. 6.
Six. Episode
Six.
6. There you
Just go
go.
watch the
one where
after
she
show.
flies. that episode. All right. And yeah, and the film is still set to be released on October 19th, 2018. So we're on track because before
Yes.
we're like, wait, we gotta chill, we gotta hold back the brakes. But now they're getting the casting news, and
Yeah.
there's the casting we've been waiting for.
They have to get on it, man.
Exactly.
Halloween, you know.
Another
couple
bit of
months away.
news. Ben Wheatley is working on a secret project. Ooh. So, so last week I mentioned Ben Wheatley's kill list for My Crypt, and it just so happens that he's in the news, and it's very convenient. And so he shared on his Instagram a picture of a slate board of a project titled "Calling You Anus," and it's actually so pretty much what we know about this is it's also being produced by Wheatley's Rook Films, and Laurie Rose is slated for his DP, director of photography, and she's worked with him on all his films, which is like very promising to hear. And it's gonna be an 11-day shoot, which is very crazy. Yeah,
Nice and fast.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that like? Ooh.
I've worked on, I think the horror film I worked on, we were like 14 days.
Yeah.
And then we had to reshoot.
Was that the bathroom one or a different one?
No, this one, okay.
Is that like a feature?
Yeah. Oh, wait,
Okay.
have I not talked about this? Well, I guess news because we're getting close to trying to get distribution stuff. I worked on a horror film. It's called Followed, and it's about, I was the AD on that, so assistant director for people who don't know film terms. We shot like 14 days in LA, and it's about a YouTube celebrity who goes to like haunted attractions and kind of like debunks them and talks about them, and goes to a hotel that's kind of modeled after the Cecil Hotel, which if you horror fans, you should know. It's exciting. Do you know about the Hotel Cecil? It's people have killed a lot of people have. No, it's okay. It's one of those, like, some people go, oh, yeah, that. People have committed suicide there. Serial killers have stayed there. It still exists in downtown LA.
Is that where that one?
Well, there was the recent one.
Asian
Yeah.
girl who died in the water tank.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that crazy. Yeah, was she like
that YouTube. I've seen the
Unsolved
YouTube.
Mystery?
Like she goes
Yes.
like Liz and stuff.
Yeah, with the elevator?
Oh my
I've
There's
gosh,
seen
a
that.
that's
reference
so
to that
creepy.
kind of maybe in our
very
movie.
Creepy, yeah.
So yeah, that we're all done with. We have like 1 or 2 extra reshoot days. Right now we're submitting to festivals and talking to distribution companies.
Awesome,
Nice.
cool. Maybe we can get one of them peoples in here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's watch it.
Let's talk.
Yes.
Let's talk. Right on. On to another big piece of news. This is a nice little like fun one. So It passes Stephen King's It from the 2017. Passes 700 million worldwide. Yeah, let's give it a round of applause for that.
Horror movie making a lot of money.
Right? Oh my god. Yeah, so it's split between 327 million domestically and 372 million internationally.
Sweet.
To honor this momentous occasion, I figured we show a neat little side-by-side comparison of the original 90s film, along with Andy Muschietti's It, and the video is
Was this
right
the
here.
trailer comparison?
I think it's a trailer comparison,
Okay,
or just
nice.
like yeah. So it tells you Stephen King's It 1990 in the top left and the 2017 bottom right.
That's pretty cool that they made the trailer similar as well.
Yeah.
Pay homage.
Yeah.
Except, 2017 definitely has much more of a grittier feel to it. Because
Oh yeah, just
we're
this right now. I'm
We're
like,
just horrible
ooh, it's
people,
dark.
and we're like numb to.
Honestly,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
What's that word? I'm
And I love how like he actually got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's a little difference. It's funny.
Yeah.
Boom.
No.
Oh, life has changed forever.
Yeah, and we see his arm like he ripped out.
Oh,
He's just
that's
like,
so good.
"Eh."
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Georgie.
Yeah, I was not expecting that in the film, but I was here for it when it happened.
Right? And then the town.
That's
Oh,
so
it's
cool.
so good.
That's so good. It's like the same cuts too, like the same
Yeah.
look at that.
Even the timing, you go, yep.
That's so good. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might not be like the actual. I'm sure maybe someone like.
But I
had
like how
edited
they.
this.
It's like the same. But
I saw this on the internet a while ago. I think when it was getting ready to come out. It doesn't matter if they even did
It's
it.
still really cool to see the
It's still
comparison.
cool to
though.
see the
Yeah,
comparison.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
like how they reimagined it. Basically,
Yeah.
I like the
It's-
house. It looks creepier actually
I know,
in the
yeah.
new one. They did a good job of updating it to today, even though it's still not set today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Oh.
actually set further in time than the original is.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
what is that thing called?
Projector.
The projector. Thank you. I'm like that was
Kodak.
so
I
good.
don't know.
Ooh, look at that hair commercial.
know, dude.
Working that hair.
I really like this part in like always watching it in the trailer. I was like, oh, it's so cool.
Well, it was great because you see it and you think you know it all, but then in the movie there's more to it, and then you're like, yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, the blood. The blood
Yep.
was almost the same. Yeah. What are you afraid of? Hiya, Georgie.
You'll float too.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Right on. Oh, that's so cool.
Puppet Georgie.
Oh, that's so nice. Ah, that was good. All right. So on to another bit of news. This is a little sad, but
Oh yeah.
so I hate to be the bearer of bad news, kids, but unfortunately, I have to report that New Mutants has been wiped from the slate. No longer happening.
Such a shame.
Yeah. Nah, just kidding. No, it's been pushed back, but a long ass time. Yeah, it's been pushed back 10 stinking months from
Woo.
April 13th, 2018, which was, just
That's
3 months away.
insane.
Only it would have been 3 months away.
When I went to go see Insidious, I watched the trailer. They played it, and it was April 19th, and I was like,
You're like, yay, it's coming up.
and then
Psych.
Just kidding.
Yeah, from April 13th to February 22nd, 2019. My
That-
God.
sucks.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So, but there is a bright side to this delay, and so I heard through the grapevine that the testing for the film didn't turn out as well as expected. That's not the bright side, though. The good news is that they are delaying the film to up the horror factor of the film,
Yes.
doubling down on what will make this film so special, playing off the horror element to it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, we got a little quote from our very own Jeff Sneider, who does Meet the Movie Press every Friday, and I personally love that show. I engineer it. I wake up at 7:40 every morning to get here by 9 a.m. so I can do that. Yeah, so he writes, word on the street is that after the film tested well but not great, the studio decided to actually embrace the film's elements and beef
Horror
up the
elements.
scares in the wake of the success of It and Get Out last year. So I'm totally fine with
Yeah.
it.
Because I really.
Beef up those horror
Yeah.
elements.
Yeah.
Because
Woo.
of this
Double down, yeah.
because of this combined genre, like I really want it to be good. I don't want
yeah.
it. So I guess it's very bittersweet. Like I think the wait will be worth it.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then plus,
I'd rather
like,
it be better than get it soon and then you go.
yeah, and then like
Yeah.
I know there was conflicts with an international release because Deadpool still needs to come out.
Oh,
so like
right.
there was that whole thing, that whole issue, and then there's also just so many other Marvel films that might overshadow New Mutants. We know we have
Black Panther's coming
We have
out.
Infinity War. We have Deadpool, like I said. Ant-Man. So I guess I'll live with it.
And February has
Yeah.
been like, Get Out, I believe, came out in February of last year, and that did bonkers. Because February is more like a lull, and also Deadpool came out, what was it, 2016 of February?
Come on, we got Black Panther in
Yeah,
February
yeah, it
too.
And
came
then we got
out.
Black Panther in
Yeah,
February.
it came out on Valentine's Day.
So usually February is like being one of those
Wait, it's
like
gonna
beef it up
compete
kind
with
of plays.
the Gray series. The
Oh no!
Don't miss the climax.
Not the Grey
I was like,
series. Was it 50 Shades Freed?
yeah, I just
Okay.
like their tagline. The, Don't
Goodbye.
miss the climax. I'm like, wow,
Don't miss
enjoy
the climax.
that pun.
Goodbye.
Right?
Thank you. Yeah.
This is the pun.
I will admit, I have seen the first one with my friend, and we were like, eh. But it's fun to. I'm like, that's a fun like drinking game.
Yeah,
kind of
that's
movie,
just about
or
to say.
I was
laugh
gonna say, yeah.
and watch it. And
Every
drink
time
while you're
someone
watching
gets whipped.
it. You won't drink much.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
I'm
very
then I'm
disappointing.
disappointed.
I know. We were
Every time
like,
someone gets choked,
no, that's it. No.
Blind-
someone gets
Blindfolded.
spanked, and their
Blindfolded.
hair pulled
Yeah,
back.
that
All right, we're
happens,
getting to. All right, anyway.
Now it's getting boring.
Mouth. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, there you go. Disappointed. Thank you in the booth, my angel. All right, so on to our last bit of news. Blumhouse moved Truth or Dare release date, rightly so. So last year we got Happy Death Day on Friday, October the 13th. Well, this year we're getting Truth or Dare, and originally it was slated to be released on April 27th, but now they have moved it to April 13th, which is a Friday, so they're playing off the whole Friday
Friday
13th.
13th. Do it. That's smart.
They're like, why not? And they moved it 2 weeks in advance,
And that
which is also
trailer
nice.
looks cool,
It looks-
actually.
dude, that whole
Yeah.
like he slips on the ball and he cracks his neck. I was like, oh, I was like, dang.
Because everybody's played Truth or Dare or knows that game. It's
Right.
not going to be like, what's Truth
Yeah.
or Dare?
Yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has just an easy concept to go
Yeah.
into. Like you know what's gonna happen in the
Yeah.
trailer, so you don't have to learn anything, I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
know?
really.
And also just a quick tidbit as well. I believe in March we are getting The Strangers Pray at Night,
Oh,
which is really
yeah.
cool. Yeah. So I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to that.
I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah.
I think Christina Hendricks is in that.
Yeah, she is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
And then
I'm excited for
also,
that.
I want to say her name is Allison Bailey.
We're just like,
Yeah,
I think Denzel
When you-
Washington's in that movie.
she's like the.
When you draw out a word, it means you're not sure. No.
I'm definitely not sure.
We're just
But like I know she was in the studio just last Friday for Millennial Hollywood. By the way, go
Ah.
check out Millennial Hollywood's interview with Dakota T. Jones. He interviews her, Bailey Madison, I believe, and she's like very prominent. She's in this like one show on I believe Hallmark, and she's like something about witches.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
But yeah, she's in that in the new Strangers Pray at Night. She's like the younger teenage girl of the
Yeah.
family. Yeah, so. Maybe I can try to pull some strings once that
Yeah.
comes out. You know,
Dude.
yeah,
Do it.
I did give her publicist my email, so hopefully
There
maybe
you
we
go.
can do something
Awesome.
about that.
Perfect for March.
Yeah, exactly. For March, it'd be really cool to have her in. And also, she was in Bridge of Terabithia, which made me cry like a baby.
Was she the little blonde girl?
She was a brother of.
She was the brother.
No, my bad. She was a sister of the brother of the main character.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you remember her, she
But
was
not
like
the
very
one-
small.
not the one who
Not the
died.
one who died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
that movie was not what I
Oh
expected,
my
and
god.
I was like,
I saw that movie in theaters and I was crying in theater. I was like,
I liked it better after I watched the special features and they talked about like how the story came to be, and then I'm like, okay, but
Yeah.
I wanted it to be 100% fantasy or at least a bridge.
Oh right,
I'm
right,
like,
right. Because then the
it's
whole thing
not.
gets dispelled. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I mean, no. I think I could appreciate it for that factor, for that element.
I think
yeah.
it's excellent for what it is, but it was one of those. It was advertised kind of wrong that you
Oh,
go.
definitely.
oh.
It
But
was
it
a-
ends up being like a really cool metaphor.
Yeah, no, totally.
Was it a book? Or
Yeah,
It
it
is.
was.
There was-
And well,
yeah.
it was a book and a way to deal with grief.
Yeah.
Which you go, oh, if
But
you
for
go
like
in knowing
advertising
that.
for kids.
No, I
That's
know.
very true. Yeah.
But yeah, but then you go in all disappointed, and then you're even more shocked of like,
Yeah,
What?
which is like she died. I was like,
Yeah.
as a kid, and this is a time where I was so like, I'm a man, like, or I'm a boy. It's not cool for me to cry, so I'm just like trying to hold back my emotions in the theater. I'm just like, nope.
You don't want to see your parents you don't want your parents to see you cry.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird.
Real
now I
men
cry all the
cry.
time. I don't care.
Yeah.
Dude, I cried in both
There you go.
Insidious movies that I saw.
Dude, I love crying.
Which I never thought would happen, but like both movies had to do with like mothers, and I love my mom, so I'm just like, mama, like it's a
Sure.
soft spot for me.
made you feel something. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was cool. All right, so now on to some trailers. So we have 3 trailers for you. This first one is Cold Skin. We can go ahead and just start playing that, and we'll talk over that. So some background on this. Directed by Xavier Jens. He directed Hitman, which is I think one of the most
liked
prominent
Hitman.
one. Cool. I haven't seen it yet.
I
but-
know a lot of people didn't love it, video game to movie, but it's cool for what it is.
He also did Frontiers with the S in parentheses for some reason. The Divide and The Crucifixion, which is actually coming out this year as well. The writer was Jesus Olmo, and he wrote 28 Weeks Later. And also there was like 2 other writers
Nice.
credited. And so the synopsis. Cold Skin takes place at the edge of the Antarctic Circle in the years after World War I. A steamship approached a desolate island far from all shipping lanes. On board is a young man and on his way to assume the lonely post of weather observer to live in solitude for a year at the end of the world. But on shore he finds no trace of the man whom he is sent to replace, just a deranged castaway who has witnessed a horror he refuses to name. The rest is forest, a deserted cabin, rocks, silence, and the surrounding sea. And then the night begins to fall.
Dun, dun,
And then that's when you
dun.
start to see
Critters.
these things.
I'm like, you don't know.
These things from Valerian.
No, Valerian, they're pretty.
That's where they went at the end of Valerian. They came over here to Earth, and no, I'm kidding. But yeah, so the film is actually based off of a novel of the same name by the author is Albert Sanchez Piñol, which has been widely successful and has been translated into 37 different languages. And when I heard it was a novel, I immediately went on Amazon and I bought it. It was like $12-ish.
Cool.
And I am looking forward to reading that. I'm planning to read that for the month of February, where I did a little goal of mine. I want to read a book every month.
Nice.
Yeah, but it looks really cool. Like it's not like I don't think it'll be anything special. I like the original idea of it. I like the action of it. It looks like a very fun movie. There's also like some sort of interracial love thing going on.
With him.
Interspecial.
Interspecial. My bad. Interspecial.
Well, it's not really a race.
Straight out of Shape of Water style.
Yeah. And then I was gonna say Avatar as well.
Avatar as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, true that. And so that grizzly
Looks cool.
That grizzly dude is actually Ray Stevenson, who was a Punisher in the Punisher Warzone, and also he was in Big Game. And then the other guy who's sent to replace him is David Oakes from The White Queen, along with Spain's double Goya nominee Aura Garrido.
Cool.
And I believe she's like the feminine like creature. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're supposed to be. It says in the trailer like demons from Atlantis, which is pretty flipping cool.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it does, and I love the whole like tower defense where we're in the high tower and we're just like survive the night kind of like feeling. Yeah, there she is. I'm guessing that's her. Mm-hmm. All right.
Cool.
And the next trailer we have. This one's a little debatable whether it's horror or not, but I really want to talk about this film because it looks really interesting. It's You Were Never Really Here, and so it's director and written by Lynn Ramsey, and she directed The Rat Catcher as well as We Need to Talk About Kevin.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Dude.
With Ezra Miller?
Ezra Miller.
Oh my gosh. I've seen it.
So good.
That movie sticks with you.
Yeah.
It's been years since I've seen that movie, but I can remember that movie
Oh my
really
god.
vividly.
Have you? So I'll give you a breakdown of the premise of We Need to Talk About Kevin. Pretty much, it's like a child from hell.
Yeah.
Like
That's
he plays a kid who's just
Basically.
like the worst.
Okay.
But he's also very smart. And he
And Tilda Swanson?
oh yeah, Tilda Swanson is in it as well. She's a mother. And
I felt so bad for her character.
it's such a gritty slow burn where it jumps between time and actually let's just talk about this film actually.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry
It's
about
looking
that.
already kind of
Definitely, that's
weird
good.
and
That's-
creepy.
It's probably gonna be my crypt next week then.
Oh,
We
yeah,
need to talk
that's
about
a good
Kevin.
one.
But yeah, so this movie is about all right. So it's not really about just like some phrases. A missing teenage girl, a brutal and tormented enforcer on a rescue mission, played by Joaquin Phoenix. Corrupt power and vengeance unleash a storm of violence that may lead to his awakening. So it's more. Oh,
like a
also
thriller.
Taxi Driver. I was about to say, like, Taxi Driver, Drive kind of feel. You know?
yeah, absolutely.
It's like the grittiness of Drive, but like the kind of story of like Taxi Driver, sort of. That's what it feels like.
There's dialogue, you know.
Yeah, because they're talking. Yeah. So the film premiered at the 70th Cannes Festival, where Phoenix won the award for Best Actor and Ramsey for Best Screenplay.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm very looking forward to this. It's very stylized and like beautiful, mesmerizing. Like I love like so atmospheric, you know, but it looks very gritty at the same time. It just looks. I can't wait for this one. It's a little interest to when this is coming out. It's definitely coming out this year. And I can't wait for it.
That was a weird scene to end on.
Yeah, right.
I was like, what's gonna happen? Nothing.
Yeah.
Right on. And the last trailer we have is Ghost Stories. And so Ghost Stories, real quick, the director is Andy Nyman and Jeremy Dyson. So they co-directed this. And the synopsis is pretty long, so just bear with me. So Philip Goodman, a professor of psychology that's also played by Nyman, one of the directors. He's an arc skeptic, the one-man belief buster. So pretty much he's like, oh, I don't believe in this kind of stuff. So he debunks. Has his rationality tested to the hilt when he receives a letter apparently from beyond the grave.
Dun dun dun.
His mentor Charles Cameron, the original TV parapsychologist, went missing 15 years before. Who went missing 50 years before, presumed dead, and yet now he writes to Goodman saying that the pair must meet. Cameron, it seems, is still very much alive, and he needs Goodman to find a rational explanation for 3 stories that have shaken Cameron to his core. As Goodman investigates, he meets 3 haunted people, each with a tale more frightening, uncanny, and inexplicable than the last. Excuse me. So it's starring Martin Freeman and Paul Whitehouse, as well as Andy Nyman as the main character. And Nyman actually starred in the original stage play, as well as and playing the same character on the stage play in the film. So yeah,
That's
so this was
cool.
originally a stage play. It's based off a stage play of the same name that happened to be one of the scariest stage plays ever. So this film is an adaptation of that, and it sounds like a very successful one at that. And IFC will actually be bringing it statewide on VOD in April 20th, 2018, and it's set to be one of the best British horror films in years. So this is a trailer for that, and my God, I gotta say, it does look really good. I'm like dying for this one. So that's his like old mentor telling him like, yeah, I'm like fucked in the head now. It's like I can't do this anymore. So yeah, so I'm guessing it's gonna be split up into 3 different the cases, and like it's just gonna get progressively scarier and worse,
Yeah.
and just.
I don't want people looking at me and thinking I'm mad.
Are the cases gonna be like tied together somehow? You think?
I don't know. Yeah, that's. Who knows? And I'm wondering like how are they gonna go from one case to another as well? You know.
Because you only do so much on a movie.
Yeah.
Maria?
Yeah, but it's got Bilbo.
Bilbo.
Bilbo
He
Baggins.
will also be in Black Panther.
Oh,
February.
true that.
Super excited.
And
Gollum,
And
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still there. Oh man.
I understand how easy it is to get confused.
Oh,
Dang, it's getting good reviews.
I know. Yeah, it's like bonkers over there. Best British horror for years.
I mean, if we're not getting New Mutants, like at least we're getting this in April.
Yeah.
No, we're getting a lot of solid flicks coming out this year.
Wait, I don't like it.
The brain sees what it wants to see.
Ooh.
I like that we both are doing the same nod. We're like,
4. Sar.
sweet.
Yeah, so it's getting like
must-see?
super acclaimed. Yeah, definitely must see. Definitely keep on your radar. I am definitely dying for these films. These 3 films especially. I'm like, come on, please. Like, I need it now.
Yeah.
Three very different films too.
Yeah. I
know.
Like that kind of have the horror elements to them. So it's
Yep.
Nice picks.
Yeah. So this weekend I'm definitely gonna be. I want to check out. I'm making a point to check. I'm not sure when Godzilla's gonna be out. I think it's out this weekend. I can't even remember what I reported.
Animated one?
Yeah, it's coming out this week. I want to check out Godzilla. I want to watch The Ritual. I want to watch also. Oh, Before I Wake is claimed as the best. Not the best, but like the first great horror film of 2018 is Before I Wake, and that's on Netflix.
Thank you.
Netflix,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also The Ritual and Godzilla is going to be on Netflix as well.
Okay, nice.
So I'm like, I kind of want to like hunker down
Your
this
queue is
weekend.
set.
Yeah, I want to hunker down this weekend, just like.
Is
And
it
also, I still have Gerald's Game and also
Oh my
1922,
gosh.
I believe, that I haven't seen. Like,
Let me know about those.
yeah.
'cause both of
There's
those-
also
1922, their first bit of the trailer, I was totally not interested, but as the trailer went on and you got to see more that's going to happen, I'm like, all right, now I care.
right on. Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any trailers
Okay.
of that. Yeah,
And
I just
Black-
know
Probably
Thomas
good.
Jane is in it,
That's
which
probably good
which
to
is
just skip it.
I love The
Trailers.
Mist. So
I
it's
just started the Black Mirror finally.
Oh, nice! I've seen the first
haven't
episode,
done it yet.
of the,
was so
of the
good.
recent season.
It was
Yeah,
so good.
I don't really watch
on my
that
list.
show, but yeah, I haven't gone back to Scream Queens either.
Oh.
Because I just tend to listen to music now while I'm working because I get stuff done faster. I am playing through Resident Evil 6 because it's just fun.
Yes.
I'm playing with Steve and we're beating it on hard. Hey, Steve!
Oh my gosh! But you already beat it, right?
We beat it before. Yeah. I haven't
Yeah.
beat it. I haven't beat 7 though.
Oh.
I want to. I haven't played
You
it.
have to
I don't
beat
own it yet.
7.
I don't own it yet.
Come
yeah.
on,
Yeah.
7. Get the gold edition. Has everything in
That's
it.
what I'm waiting for.
It's like $50, I think.
No, I'm gonna wait till it's cheaper.
Oh my god, you have to.
But yeah, that's
Such a good experience.
That's what I'm planning to do. But yeah, so that's about all the time we have for you folks. Again, if you guys want to be familiar with what we're gonna be talking about next week, I'm definitely gonna catch Godzilla. Well, for what it's actually there, that I'm for certain know it's there. For sure, Before I Wake, I've been meaning to watch that. I'm gonna go catch that. And yeah, so how did you guys?
I won't be here next week.
Oh, where
I'm
are you
gonna be at
going?
Sundance.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Sorry,
nice.
guys. I'll be at Sundance and Slam Dance, so make sure to follow me on social media at
You're
Kari
just gonna be
Lane.
dancing.
Well,
sun.
Slam Dance is going to be like, I hope that I looked at Sundance's list of films, and I have no
Is there any
idea.
horror? Yeah.
I didn't really see a lot of horror for
Okay.
Sundance's list, and I need to check Slam Dance. I'm hoping they have more horror options, and then I'm also working too, so we'll see where things go. But
Right
yes,
on.
follow me on social media so you guys can see all that. I'm gonna hopefully be doing live. I'm like on the wide live for the popcorn talk. Yeah, so you can follow me at Kari D Lane. That's KaridLane, and also make sure to follow the popcorn talk because we'll be doing live streams, hopefully interviewing filmmakers live on the Facebook.
And you'll
page
be
for
like,
Popcorn.
will you be like uploading videos and stuff while you're
Well,
over there? or-
ideally, I want to do it live, like Facebook Live,
Oh, gotcha,
live
gotcha,
it.
gotcha. Okay.
But make sure to follow me on social media or the Popcorn Talk, and then you'll know.
Right on.
Yeah. And guys, I will be here next week. I'm Oliver Drennan. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer. And speaking of Facebook Live events, we're doing a Runaways event tonight
Yay!
at 8 p.m. Follow me and make sure we'll try to get you all the information that you need to know for that because I still don't know all the information, but it's going to be really exciting. We have some guests lined up, so you need to tune in. Thank you guys so much.
Also, catch Horror TV Weekly every Sunday night at 10, I believe. I engineer that show and I add little tidbits, but that's run by Lucretia Lyon and also Chauncey Robinson, and they do a fantastic job. Evil Dead's right around the corner. So yeah, if you want to get your horror TV fix, go on and check out those previous episodes as well. And also, one last time, follow, subscribe to this show and our Popcorn Talk Network, and also on Apple iTunes. Subscribe there to our podcast for updates and leave a review. We deeply appreciate it. And follow us and follow me at Tony B Dead. Again, my name is Anthony Becerra, and Tony B Dead is TonyBDED. And thank you so much, kiddies. Until next
you.
week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.